The bedroom was cozy, with a view of the quiet neighborhood. The railway station was just half an hour away, and the airport was a 45-minute drive. The landlord, a kind woman, mentioned that water was available only twice a day, once at 7 a.m. and again at 7 p.m. She explained that they could store it in a water tank, though it had become rusty over time. "I'll get it fixed soon," she promised. After hearing this, the potential tenants agreed that the flat seemed nice, but one of them suggested, if you could just adjust the rent slightly. The landlord nodded. "I'll get it done." The paperwork would be completed soon, and they were almost ready to move in. But before they finalized anything, the landlord hesitated, her face turning serious. "There's something I should tell you, before you hear it from someone else." "Is there a problem, Auntie?" one of the tenants asked, sensing her unease. "It hasn't happened in a long time, but I've heard stories. If someone knocks on your door late at night, do not open it, no matter what. It's a lady, over 100 years old, who wanders the streets at night. She'll knock and ask for an onion. And when you don't give it to her, she'll start banging on your door. She's persistent and won't leave easily. So, no matter what, don't open the door." The tenants exchanged uneasy glances. "What happens if we answer her?" one asked. "Don't answer. Just don't open the door." The landlord's story was unsettling, but the tenants nodded and tried to shake it off. Later that night, the doorbell rang. One of the tenants, Krina, was outside. She seemed harmless at first, explaining that she had forgotten her keys and asked if anyone had them. "Did anyone leave any keys with you?" she asked. The tenants were confused. "No, no one left anything," they replied. "I'll just wait here for a bit," Krina insisted. They invited her in, and she seemed fine, passing the time with casual conversation. As they spoke, they learned that she, too, had heard about the mysterious onion lady. It seemed like everyone knew the story. Suddenly, there was a knock at the door. Krina, who had been waiting calmly inside, got up and answered. A strange woman stood outside, her face pale and ageless. She asked, "Do you have an onion?" The tenants were startled. The door was quickly closed, and panic set in. "Did you hear that?" She asked for an onion. "Just like the story," one of the tenants muttered. They huddled together, discussing what to do. One suggested they follow the advice they had been given earlier: if she manages to get in, thump on the floor near the sink, and someone will hear you. But they were terrified. The tension was unbearable, and the woman outside kept banging on the door, demanding the onion. The tenants tried to keep calm, but fear was taking hold. One of them remembered something the landlord had said. "Try it with one onion," she had warned. They decided to give it a shot. One of them opened the door just enough to toss an onion outside, hoping that the strange woman would leave. But things didn't go as planned. The woman remained, refusing to leave. The situation escalated. The tenants were desperate, realizing the gravity of the situation. They could hear the woman outside, screaming and threatening. Then, something shocking happened. "I'm Mangala, I'm here. Open the door." "It's me," she called out. At first, they thought they were hearing things. But when the woman outside insisted, the tenants feared the worst. Suddenly, the door burst open, and the woman, Mangala, stormed in. The tenants were relieved to see her until they realized that Mangala wasn't just any person. She was the woman they had heard about. She was the one who had caused all the trouble. In the chaos, the truth came out. Mangala revealed that this onion witch was her daughter. A tragedy had unfolded in the past, and it was only now that Mangala could acknowledge it.